Welcome back, Kaiju fans. Today we're going to talk about the imminent release date for Godzilla Monster Planet, or Godzilla Planet of the Monsters, depending on which title you're going to go with. And, when it's actually going to come out on Netflix, looking back at some of the evidence that we have from Shin Gojira and its release in Japan. I know that the current concept for the release for Godzilla Monster Planet is it is going to be released on Netflix when it is done with its theatrical run in Japan, in Japan's theaters. This is where the kind of debate comes into consideration, is that are we actually going to see this movie this year in 2017 in the United States, North America, everywhere else, basically territories outside of Japan? And in my opinion, the answer is going to be no. We're not going to see it this year. We're going to see it in 2018. And I can say this because if we look at how long Shin Gojira was in Toho cinemas and theaters in Japan in general, that was 6.5 weeks or even longer. That's a long time. That's over a month and a half. And when is this movie being released in theaters in Japan, in Toho cinemas and other places? November 11th. So what's over a month and a half away from November 11th? Well, it would be, it would be into 2018 at that point. So just looking at it like that, it's probably going to be released in 2018. And then we have to take into consideration, yes, it's going to be released after its theatrical run in Japan. It's going to be released onto Netflix, but it's not going to be released the day after or even 2 days after, because why would they still show it then? Because say it's, November 21st, I'm just throwing a date out there. It's November 21st. It's the last day the movie's going to be in theaters, and it releases on Netflix on November 22nd. Who is going to pay to see the movie on November 21st when they can watch it for free if they're already a subscriber to Netflix on November 22nd? There would be no incentive to actually go and view the movie and pay for it in theaters at that point. So it's going to be staggered, probably by a week. Maybe more, maybe less, but it's not going to be immediately after the movie is done in theaters, because there's no incentive for people to go and pay for the movie at that point, because the movie is a product. Believe it or not, the film industry is a business, and their goal is to make money. It's not to please the fans. Pleasing the fans helps them make money, but their goal is to make profit. And if there's a day that they're going to make profit and the next day they're not going to make profit, people are going to choose the one that they don't have to pay, which is bad for the business. So they're going to have it staggered in some way to get people to go and watch the movie on the last day that it's in theaters, because there is going to be a wait time. So there's that. So we look at Shin Godzilla's theatrical span of 6.5 weeks, maybe even like a little longer than that. And we have to look at the fact that the release on Netflix is going to be staggered by at least a few days, so that people will go and see the movie during the theatrical time frame and not just wait a couple days for it to come out on Netflix. And we're already well into 2018, at least a week or two in. So that's why we're going to see it in 2018, because realistically, a business model releasing it on Netflix in 2017 is going to make them lose money, when they can make more by getting people to go and see it in the theater. So that's my argument, and I hope that makes sense to you guys, because it makes plenty of sense to me. Because why would you pay for a product if you can get it for free the next day? Everyone would wait that one day. So they're gonna have it in theaters for a significant amount of time, because that's the way the Japanese movies have worked as of late. American cinemas usually keep movies in theaters for 4.4 weeks, give or take. If it's successful, half of the theaters will keep it for an additional week. If it's not successful, they'll keep it for half the time, so 2.2 weeks. Shin Godzilla was in for well over 6.5 weeks because it's a Godzilla film and they do well in Japan. And that's where this movie is being released, in Japan. And it is also an anime which is a cultural phenomenon and a piece of everyday pop culture for Japanese audiences more so than American audiences because that's its birthplace. So it's going to be in theaters for quite a while. Maybe 5 weeks minimum. But it's probably going to be longer than that. And then there's going to be that stagger for Netflix. And we're in 2018. We're gonna be into 2018 when this movie comes out, just based off of those assumptions / facts of how long movies are staying in theaters. But that's gonna be it. Let me know what you guys think about my reasoning, if it makes sense to you, because that's probably more or less what's gonna happen. And I will catch you on the next video. Peace out. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate it a lot. As always, liking, commenting, and sharing really helps out my channel. And make sure you're subscribed if you want to stay up to date on the latest kaiju news and crisp reviews.